So I want you to know that the backdrop, Mark, is I've done a lot of history on Jamestown baseball, interviewing ball players. I've interviewed managers, general managers, but I have never, ever interviewed a mascot.
Well, this will be very interesting then. Like I mentioned earlier, we had an opportunity both in Buffalo and in Jamestown, and not necessarily my career goal, but it was certainly fun. I'm a native of Michigan and was a student at Michigan State University. And my parents actually grew up in Buffalo. My mom was from Lancaster and my dad from Buffalo. And so as I was graduating Michigan State, I was accepted to a graduate program at the University of Richmond. And in between spring and fall, when I was starting, I was looking for an opportunity to get into sports and particularly minor league baseball. So sent out a slew of resumes and had an interview and got a position as an intern with the Bison, working for Mike Bellani, who I know you know, and with Rich Baseball at the time, their ownership of the Jammers, we were plugged into helping with opening day and I know a lot of the work you did, it sounds like, to launching the club there in Jamestown. And one of my opportunities during my time there to earn extra cash was to be Buster T. Bison at community events. So not on the field or not at games, but if there was a festival or a parade or something, I could earn a few bucks by being Buster T. Bison. So that was my first experience as a mascot, and then that's what got me to Jamestown. It was sort of all hands on deck. Everyone traveled down to Jamestown for the home opener, and I can't remember the exact details of what happened. So there was a mascot that was going to be on the field and that was going to be performing at the game and during the season, and I was just basically there to help out and be a runner or odds and ends, whatever was needed. And for some reason, whoever was going to be the mascot, whether it was because they didn't like to fly or had another issue, it got to a couple hours before game time, and it was the unveiling of the jammer, of the mascot, and he was supposed to fly in on a helicopter and land in center field, the unveiling of the jammer. So right before that is about to happen, whoever was going to do that decided they weren't, and they needed somebody to fill in. So whether I was lucky or a low man on the totem pole, I don't know, but I was drafted, and they said, are you okay flying on a helicopter? And I said, sure. So they had to make sure the costume fit, and sent me off, I think in an ambulance. I think there was an EMT that rode in with us to wherever we took off from. Got suited up, hopped on the helicopter, and flew into the stadium.
And at the home opener, you'll actually get to see what the heck a jammer is, right?
The jammer will they tell us, will arrive via a helicopter right at 7 o'clock, right before the first pitch.
It was kind of surreal, and I haven't seen that footage until you sent it recently.
Oh, that's great. Keep the helicopter here so they can take him to the hospital.
He's gonna die.
Where'd he go?
The other thing that I remember about the day specifically was, I think it was the hottest day of the year. I know it was 90 plus degrees, and so putting on a mascot costume in that heat, which may have had something to do with the full-time mascot too. I don't know, but it was certainly a little toasty in there.
You fly in, you land. You didn't probably know him, but Doug Sittler came out with the two-way radio, and he's out there helping you down. And then
Right.
what caused you to kind of do your routine?
This is supposed to be like the Tasmanian Devil, and if you remember the Bugs Bunny cartoons, all I could remember from the Tasmanian Devil was, he would be chasing whoever he was chasing, and he would just spin around in this sort of blur, and then move to wherever he was going. So, I was trying to think, I believe on the helicopter ride there, what am I going to do? I mean, they had said, Doug's going to come out and get you, and then, make sure the rotors are stopped, and then you're going to hop out in the field. So I was trying to think of what I was going to do, and that was the best I could come up with. It was, I'll try and do these spins and look somewhat like the Tasmanian Devil. And in my mind, I guess I was moving a lot faster than than it looked.
Well, now you've seen that it was captured on film by me, and how do you rate your performance?
Well, I might ask you that. So. I mean, I would say, I don't know, it was fair, right? Again, I wasn't moving it didn't, from the footage up here, like I was moving as quickly as I had thought I was. But I think everyone got a charge out of seeing the mascot for the first time, and, the players, I don't think, really knew what to make of it. So I think it was positive. You think that kids are going to be the ones that love the mascot, and generally speaking, they either love him or they're terrified of them. So I do remember a couple of kids being a little frightened of the jammer as well. I could say it all started in Buffalo and in Jamestown, and that would be pretty accurate because that was my first experience out of college. So gave me a good foundation, like I mentioned, of experiencing some different areas and determining what direction I wanted to go once I got to the next step. So very formational and fundamental in my career. Looking back, 27 years ago, I guess.